Welcome to the American State Bank Sports Complex. Let me show you around. So right now we're in the spacious head house of the complex. On my left here we have the concession stand, and then on my right here we have a seating area, whether that's for students, spectators, or fans to come and enjoy before and in between games. This is the moment you've been waiting for. Welcome to the Dome. In the Dome, we have the space available for 2 full-size softball fields. However, this space is also utilized by the football, baseball, and soccer teams, as well as for other various athletic events. So the Dome has impacted the softball team in a variety of ways. First, we used to practice during the winter months over in the rec center, but the limited space availability never really allowed us to hit our full potential, whereas in here, we can fit 2 full-size softball fields. We're also able to start games much earlier in the season. We have a range of equipment available here at the Dome, whether it's the batting cages, the soccer goals, or even a field goal available for the football team. It's a huge opportunity to have the space available to practice in the off-season, especially for our outdoor athletic teams. Another great thing about the American State Bank Sports Complex is that it's not just for Dordt athletes, it's for the entire community. Whether that's high school soccer leagues, open turf time, or even a space for intramurals. The American State Bank Sports Complex will change not only how we practice as Dordt athletes, but also how we interact with the community as a whole. Thanks for letting me take you on a little tour. Hope you stop by soon.
Today's Dordt Media Network broadcast, brought to you by Cruise & Cruise PC, Certified Public Accountants. Offices in Sioux Center and Lamars, helping you attain your financial goals is their commitment.
Today's broadcast brought to you by Snyder Insurance and Financial Group of Sioux Center, offering life, health, Medicare supplements, annuities, and more. Trusted service and exceptional products with you in mind since 1973. Today's broadcast brought to you by Joyner and Dordt Dentistry, providing implants, dentures, and dental care for your whole family in a modern and friendly atmosphere.
Welcome to Sioux Center, Iowa, life in the center of everything, where we connect with friends, coworkers, family, and the great outdoors, knowing that in Sioux Center, you're never far from making the next great memory. And we grow great companies that make cutting-edge breakthroughs to make life better here and around the world. And when it's time to play, we keep friendship, family, and a bright future at the center of everything.
Today's broadcast brought to you by the Van Engelen-Hoven Agency, your trusted independent insurance agency in Northwest Iowa. Contact the Van Engelen-Hoven Agency, Sioux Center Advisors, Mark Hulsoff, Lisa Dykstra, or Kyle Blankers. Today's broadcast brought to you by Sioux Concrete Construction, Rob Sioux and owner, excelling in flat work, poured walls, and decorative concrete projects, dedicated to providing customers with a good experience and quality workmanship. SiouxConcrete.com. Your whole family in a modern and friendly atmosphere.
Homegrown. Community. Family.
Innovators.
Growth.
Faith.
Legacy.
We are dedicated to egg.
Find furniture, mattresses, flooring, paint, and window treatments at your local Furniture Mart. They are family-owned and located in downtown Sioux Center.
Today's broadcast brought to you by Ski-Bout Window and Door, your local window experts. Whether you're building or replacing, Ski-Bout Window and Door has the products, people, and knowledge to get the job done right. See Ski-Bout and see the difference. Today's broadcast brought to you by Prairie Life Chiropractic, combining skill and expertise that spans the entire chiropractic, acupuncture, and physical health spectrum. They want you to move better and live better.
Of Dordt University taking on Nebraska Wesleyan in the last conference game before season starts. Nebraska Wesleyan coming off a close win against GPAC opponent Northwestern, 2-1 just Wednesday. And then the defenders defeated number 25 Benedictine just a week ago, so that was a huge win for them. They won that one 1-0, including a crazy performance from starting goalkeeper number 99, Jenna Wright. She was voted NAIA Defensive Player of the Week, and our very own Mike Biker got a chance to sit down with her and talk on an interview.
Jenna Wright is the guest in our Senior Spotlight segment. She is a senior goalkeeper from Olathe, Kansas, on our women's soccer team. Jenna, thanks for joining me. What can you tell me about Olathe, Kansas, your hometown?
Olathe, Kansas. So it's probably about 25 minutes south of Kansas City, kind of in the suburban area. And if people were to go there, I would definitely say try the barbecue. That's a pretty standard recommendation.
Kansas City barbecue.
Kansas City barbecue can't be beat.
Yeah.
So definitely recommend that.
First of all, congratulations. Some nice honors. You were both named the GPAC and NAI Player of the Week for your performance against Benedictine. That was quite a game for you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much.
21 saves. I think it's a school record, definitely a career high for you. I watched that game. You were under fire the whole game. And,
yes.
Just talk about the performance and what a great win it was for your team.
Yeah, absolutely. Great win, super gritty. The entire team fought so hard in the entire game. Quite a few stressful moments, I'd say. If there was 21 saves, I wasn't necessarily keeping count. But yeah, especially early on, I probably had.
You had 15 at halftime.
15 at halftime. Definitely under fire there, but ultimately, I couldn't have done it without every single person on our team. Everyone played a factor, whether you were starting and playing the whole game or sitting on the bench encouraging. Everyone played a factor in that. Shutout win, beating a top 25 team. So it was a very incredible adrenaline rush and an incredible experience. So
great. I know that you guys got home late, probably 3, maybe 4 a.m.
3:30. Yeah.
But after a win, that's not all bad, right? It makes it better.
It makes it a lot better, that's for sure.
So we're going to go off script a little bit. I know that I think you're fully healthy, but you have battled some injuries throughout your career, especially last year. What did that teach you? Everything's a learning opportunity. What did you learn about yourself and just, the injury process?
I would say the main thing, don't take anything for granted, especially with my PCL injury last year. That was the first, major injury that I had to sit out for more than just a couple weeks. I've had kind of the kind of just those little injuries and stuff like that, but that was the first major one I had, and it also taught me patience because it was one of those things where it's a very rare injury, and I didn't really know anything about it, and no one could really tell me definitively what, the process was going to be, how long it was going to be, and so just being patient, trusting God's plan, and so definitely taught me a lot of patience there.
How did you have to treat that? Was that surgery or was it just non-surgical?
I did not have surgery, luckily, because it was a partial tear, so
okay.
If it was a full tear, I would have needed surgery, but luckily I was lucky enough to not have surgery, but it was still probably about 5 months of, being straight leg brace and everything like that, and lots of physical therapy. So
are you fully healthy?
I am fully healthy, yes.
No side or lingering effects from that right now?
Nope, not at all.
Knock on wood as I say that?
Knock on wood, absolutely. But yes, fully healthy.
So your senior year, how has this final season gone for you so far?
It's gone very well. I've kind of gone through the firsts of the last, the last fitness test, the last first
Those
game,
are fun,
everything.
right?
Yeah, super fun. It's great to start off 3-1. We're definitely on a great track, and hopefully we'll keep that hot streak going here going into conference. So
academically, classes going okay too?
Yeah, classes are going well. I have some of my first exams coming up next week, so it's kind of the calm before the storm right now, but
it all goes in cycles, doesn't it?
Yes.
You don't have anything, or it seems like you don't have anything for a while, but then all of a sudden, boom, there it all is.
Yeah, there's all the tests in 1 week, of course. There's can't be spread out.
Think back to your high school years. How did the decision to attend Dordt come about? What brought you to this place?
So actually, the athletic director at my high school at the time, Dave Shank, he used to coach soccer here and was always a big Dordt fan and was always telling everybody about Dordt. And he came up to me and was like, Jenna, like, you really should check this place out. I think it'd be a really great fit for you. And I was like, man, this place is kind of out here. Like, it's, I live in the suburbs, and it's really far away from, most like the main cities and stuff. So I was like, I'm not really sure about this. But I kind of got in contact with Coach Mack at the time, and then eventually Coach Durbin, and I ended up doing like the school tours, visit day, and everything like that. And I got to practice with the team, and it totally flipped my perspective. I was like, this place is not at all what I thought it would be. Like from the day that or I guess the time that I stepped foot off campus after my visit day, I was like, this is the place. Like, this is, where God is calling me to be. So it was kind of a 180 when I actually visited here. So
cool. Let's talk about your interest in soccer. When did you start playing soccer and competing in soccer?
I started at the age of 4, I believe. I was that little,
good grief.
When I started with like the 3v3, just kind of herd ball. I was real little. So.
Have you always played goalie?
Pretty much, yeah. As long as there's been a goalie, and at first there's when you're little they don't do goalies, but ever since we started that, it was like, I want to play goalie. I want to play goalie. All my friends all wanted to try it, and I was the one that was like, chosen, and then I just kind of stuck with it throughout. So,
what's been the biggest adjustment competing at the college level from your high school days?
I'd just say it was kind of that transition from. Everyone in college is just kind of, bigger, better, stronger, quicker, because especially when I played with my high school team, there was maybe 3 or 4 club players total, and everyone else was just kind of athletes out there learning and having fun. And while it was a super great experience, it wasn't all that technical, I guess. And so going from that to a college setting where everyone's like super technical, physical, it's just kind of a different type of battle, and it took a little bit of adjusting too, but overall it was a pretty smooth transition. So
2 follow-up questions. Is the length of the season in college, I would assume that's a lot longer, and is that something that you experience, kind of like the fatigue of, boy, this is a long season?
Yeah, I'd say it's definitely a longer season than a high school season. It's something I couldn't handle by any means. I played club and everything year round, so it never stopped for me. So I would say the time committed wasn't all that different for me personally, but it did eventually become just a wear and tear on your body after a while, because you're practicing every day or competing twice a week versus having one game on the weekend, or and again, college is a different level physically, and so yeah, especially as you get older, your body doesn't take things as well as it used to, as I've learned through some of my injuries. So
what about the cold? Does Kansas City get as cold and as much snow as we have here?
No, absolutely
Was that
not.
an adjustment?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, when I had a foot of snow on my car when I came out one day, and I had to literally take a shovel and dig myself out of my parking spot, that was something that I had never had to do before, and I was like, wow, man, might be questioning my choice to go north, but yeah, that was definitely a very big adjustment. We did not get anywhere near that much snow in Kansas City.
Sometimes I think it would be fun to move Dordt south, so we wouldn't have to deal with the cold and the snow.
Yes.
It's just an idea. What are some of your favorite memories and highlights of being part of the Defender soccer program?
I would say some of the top ones are just anytime we beat Northwestern. Unfortunately we didn't beat them last year, but the first 2 years, even if it, whether it's a close game or whether, we kind of run away with it, it's just a whole different environment when we're playing Northwestern, just because of that rivalry is so intense. And so just kind of having that rush of just being able to beat our rivals is just incredible. And I also can't forget when we beat Hastings in the semifinals last year, after kind of being in a rut of we hadn't made it past the first round in several years, and we went out and we beat the number 1 seed. Even though I wasn't able to play at the time, I still got to be there and be a part of the experience, and it was very, very nerve-wracking to be on the sidelines watching, that's for sure. But yeah, it was just really incredible experience to be a part of that. So.
I warned you I was going to go off track, but I just thought of another question. You said you were on the sideline watching, cheering. When you went down with an injury, how much interaction did you have with the other goalkeepers at your position group? Did you help them? What role did you have in, I mean, were you a sounding board? Did you give them advice? How did that play out?
I did give a lot of advice. It was kind of one of those things, it was the only thing I could do besides, kind of walk around with my peg leg, and so, I was kind of just trying to find my place even though I couldn't play physically. So I was just trying to be super encouraging, giving them tips on, just kind of some tactical things that they could do, or like technique things that they could do. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of be that voice, be that encourager, especially for Lydia. I just wanted to kind of build up her confidence as well, and I think she did a fantastic job. So
let's switch gears. Academics. What's your course of study, and why did you choose this course of study?
So I am an exercise science major, looking to go into the field of physical therapy. And, at first it was kind of one of those things where I have witnessed a lot of people go through physical therapy. My dad, he has had quite a few meniscus surgeries in the past, so I had gone to a few of his appointments, and I thought it was pretty interesting. And I've also seen, some of my other friends who've gone through ACL tears and everything like that. So I was like, it sounds interesting. I'll just go for it and kind of learn more about it and everything. And, now that I've gone through my own experience of physical therapy for a while, it's kind of reaffirmed my decision to move forward in physical therapy. So,
what's next after you graduate in May? What's Jenna going to do?
So I will be done with classes in December, and I'll have a gap semester. And in that spring season, I will be actually coaching at my high school with my dad. I'm going to be his assistant, so that's kind of like the short term after college. But after that, I'm going to be applying to physical therapy assistant school, and I will kind of go wherever the Lord takes me in that direction. So,
describe two things for us. Favorite class during your time here, and a professor that has had a impact positively on you.
Okay. I would say HHP 308 was probably one of my favorite classes. And he's taught by Craig Stevenson, who's also probably one of my favorite professors, who's had a great impact on me. He's kind of the head of the HHP department, and so I've gotten to interact with him quite a bit. And he has just helped me with so much, personally, academically, and I have a really great relationship with him. So,
what are you going to miss most once your Dordt athletic career is over, but also when you graduate here, the whole Dordt experience?
Obviously I'll definitely miss competing in the sport I love, but I'd say ultimately I'll just miss the overall community at Dordt, and especially within our team. I think we are just so close. I would, take the shirt off my back for anybody on the team, and just to have, just to be a part of something with that kind of camaraderie and closeness. We've been through the ups and downs together throughout the years, and I won't be able to experience any type of team like that ever again. It's definitely something special. So.
Good afternoon and welcome to today's contest between Dordt University and Nebraska Wesleyan. Dordt University, the Great Plains Athletic Conference, and the NAIA have formed a partnership to promote character in athletics. The NAIA wants its athletes, coaches, officials, and fans to be role models for sportsmanship and fair play in the communities. Here is the starting lineup for Nebraska Wesleyan. Number 3, Bryce Mellis. Number 4, Hannah Churchill. Number 5, Kimmy Davenport. Number 6, Faith Forehand. Number 7, Natalie Cummins. Number 13, Ellery Tarbox. Number 14, Emily Jassa. Number 21, Anaya Reed. Number 23, Avery Pike. Number 27, Nella Castaneda. And number 78, Amber Pyle. Nebraska Wesleyan is coached by Kevin Levon and assisted by Austin Obermeyer and Devin Frisbee. Now here's the starting lineup for Dordt University. Number 2, Jenna Roberts. Number 3, Hayden Jeanette. Number 5, Jocelyn Terpstra. Number 8, Elizabeth Stewart. Number 18, Madison Baher. Number 20, Catherine Schopp. Number 21, Eliza Evans. Number 22, Keely Colbrack. Number 24, Abby Worthy. Number 28, Paige Miller. And number 99, Jenna Wright. Dordt University is coached by Alex Durbin. He is assisted by Kara Lewis and Elena Jungling. Please stand now for our national anthem. Looking for top-notch rental equipment for your next project? Look no further than Rental, located in Sioux Center, Spencer, Storm Lake, and Sioux Falls. Rental, your regional equipment rental experts. Visit them online, rental.com, or call 712-722-3928. Today's broadcast brought to you by Flooring and Design in Sioux Center. Whether you are building a new home, remodeling your current home, or wanting to freshen up your decor, we can help make your home as unique as you. Stop in to see us at Flooring and Design.
Into the Dordt Media Network. Dordt University women's soccer taking on Nebraska Wesleyan. Final conference matchup of the season, or before conference play starts for the defenders. My name's Josh Tatton. Thanks for joining me here. Nebraska Wesleyan, a team that is 4-2 overall, and a team that's averaging 2.83 goals a game and only giving up 0.67 goals a game. So a great defensive team. From the looks of it, starting in goal, number 78, is Amber Pyle. This is her fourth game played, and she only has one goal against and a .65 goal against average. She's tallied 9 saves on the season and a 90% save percentage. She's 1-0 as well. As for the defenders, reigning National Defensive Player of the Week, number 99, Jenna Wright, her fourth game played. She has 3 goals against and averaging 1 goal against per game with 27 saves. Out of those 27, 21 of those came against number 25 Benedictine last Wednesday, where they defeated them 1-0 down in Atchison, Kansas, for one of the larger wins of this in program history, at least that I can remember. They are 3-1 overall with wins over William Penn, Avila, and Benedictine, and their lone loss coming against Mid-America Nazarene, who is ranked in the top 25 as well. They lost that one 3-1, led by scoring number 11, Karina Tell. She has 5 goals on the season, 13 points, leading the GPAC. Also notable goal scorers, number 2, freshman Jenna Roberts, number 5, Jocelyn Terpstra, and number 24, Abby Worthy. Roberts and Terpstra each with 2 goals, Worthy with 1. Leading scoring for the Prairie Wolves, number 23, Avery Hike. She has 6 goals in 6 games with 1 assist and 13 points as well. She leads the team in shots taken by a healthy margin with 27. And then Nella Nella Costandenda has 2 goals, as well as Bella Sladen. Moments away here from kickoff. Nebraska Wesleyan in the blacks going right to left. Dordt University in the whites going left to right. We are underway here in Sioux Center. Colbrecht's going to get the ball to start things off and clear it off to the side, finding Jennett back into the middle, finding Colbrecht, and it's going to get stolen quickly by the Prairie Wolves. Quick chance for the Prairie Wolves, going to get snuffed out by Eliza Evans. Here comes Terpstra. Terpstra into the box. She has a chance. Terpstra is going to put that one past the keeper, not quite on frame. Giving chase is Baher. It's going to go out of play for a defender corner kick. Left out of the starting lineup is number 11, Karina Tell. Maybe dealing with some injuries. I know she's been dealing with a little bit of an aggravated knee throughout the season, so maybe a precautionary measure by Coach Durbin and staff to keep her out at least the starting moments of this one. She is suited up. Corner kick being taken by Abby Worthy. 2 minutes gone in this one. Ball into the box. It's a good one. Keeper handles that one out of the air. That is Pyle with a nice play. A good corner by Worthy. Put it right in the 6-yard box, but Pyle goes up with strong hands and holds it all the way to the ground. And Pyle will try to send this one long. Finding Stewart. And now Roberts giving some pressure. There's a header trying to find Roberts. Going to get cleared away by Tarbox. Ball to the near side. Castaneda. Long ball trying to find Roberts. She has some space. Roberts in the half space. Ball on the right foot. She'll hold up play for a minute. Plays it into the box, finding Baher. Cleared away for the time being. And out of play, goal kick. Smart play by Tarbox just to watch that one go out for the goal kick. And the defenders with some early chances in this one. Only 1 shot on goal so far for either team. Excuse me, 1 shot, not shot on goal. Evans going to play that one in the box zone on the backside. And Nebraska Wesleyan will go the other way with it. That's Mellis on the backside, and she'll play that one out of play for a defender throw-in. It'll be Worthy to take it. Long throw, finding Baher. Into the middle. Roberts unable to get to that one. That's Pyle picking it up once again. Long ball, trying to get it up top. That's going to go all the way to Miller, who tries to get ahead to it, finding Colbrecht. Colbrecht, quick ball outside. Here's Evans. She's got 2 options up top if she wants them. Heavy touch taken away by Costenda. Evans finding Baher, finding Colbreck. Colbreck with the switch. Jennett, the intended target, taken away by Cummins. And that's going to be a hard challenge by Jennett, and a foul is going to be called on the defenders. Free kick coming for the Prairie Wolves. Final conference game for the defenders, or non-conference game for the defenders, as they will take on Midland next Wednesday down in Fremont for the GPAC opener. As that ball is going to sail out of bounds for a defender throw-in. Funny enough, the game against Midland will be Midland's first game of the season. Only conference games scheduled for the Warriors. So not a lot of film to go off for Coach Durbin and company. Throw in, it's going to be right back to Worthy. That's going to go out of play. Throw in for the Prairie Wolves. Offside going to be called. Prairie Wolves 4-2 on the season, as I mentioned. Their last game coming against not Cornell College. They beat Northwestern College 2-1. Before that, they lost Concordia College from Minnesota 2-1 as well. Goals scored in the Northwestern game by Avery Hike both times. She scored both goals, including one in the 51st minute that sealed it and the game winner. Foul going to be called on Roberts. Free kick for the Prairie Wolves. Nice move by Colbreck, finding some space. Here's Terpstra. Terpstra finding Roberts. Another ball to Roberts. Into the box, picked up by Pyle. High punt from Pyle. It's going to find Baher. Gets ahead to it, finding Evans. Gets that one poked away. And it'll be a throw-in for Nebraska Wesleyan. Tarbox to throw it in. That's going to go off of Reed. Anaya Reed out of Kansas City, Missouri. Unable to control that one. And now the Prairie Wolves on the attack the other way. Trying to get a through ball to Hike. That's Shop winning the ball. Inside. Too far, finding Churchill. Ball into the box. Here comes Jenna Wright. She'll get hands to it first. First time we've said Jenna Wright's name today. In action, at least. Long ball. Baher puts that one a little too far. That's Davenport getting to it. Play it back to Pyle. Pyle trying to thread it to Castaneda. Tarbox back to Pyle. Nebraska Wesleyan controlling the ball from the back very well. Been pretty back and forth so far for both teams. Defenders have had more chances so far in this one. Baher to Stewart. Jennett wins that one. It's going to try to play it into Roberts. Nebraska Wesleyan throwing now, right in front of the defender bench. A lot going on here on the campus of Dordt University. Cross-country meets, or 2 cross-country races earlier today, men and women. As here's a through ball finding Roberts. It's a great ball. Jenna Roberts has a lot of space. Takes the shot. It's going to get deflected and out of play by Tarbox. What a recovery by Tarbox. As that'll just go out harmlessly for a defender throwing. But as I was saying, lots going on. 2 cross-country meets earlier today for the defenders in the Sunflower Open. This game against Nebraska Wesleyan, the men's team will take the field after this game against Central, and then volleyball will take on number 1 Northwestern over in the DeWitt Gymnasium. You can watch that on Dordt Media Network or the GPAC Network. As there's a flick into the box, Terpstra trying to get to it, not going to be able to. Great play by Stewart. Winning that one back as Baher cleans it up, finding Shop on the back. Trying to find a through ball to Roberts. Going to be a little too far, and that one's just going to roll out of play for a Nebraska Wesleyan goal kick. Good crowd out here for this Saturday afternoon. 78 degrees, beautiful day for some soccer. As Eliza Evans wins that ball. Evans playing it back out to Baher. She's pressured. And a nice move by Baher, gets some space inside, finding Terpstra. Terpstra takes a touch. And they're going to say that went out. It was a close play. AR put his flag up, called that one out for a goal kick. Shop with a misplay on that one, but they'll play it back to Miller. Long ball. Terpstra gets ahead to it. Nice ball to Roberts. Can she get there first? No. Pyle makes a nice play on the ball. Baher, nice play on the ball, wins it. Evans to Baher. Back to Miller. Evans with some space, gets a turn. She'll take Castaneda one-on-one, and Castaneda will win that play. Tarbox. That's going to go off Baher for a Prairie Wolves throw-in as well. Tarbox. Never mind. That is going to be Mellis who's going to throw it into the middle. Trying to get it past Shop. Shop with a nice recovery, wins it right back. Nice 1-2 touch. Another give and go. Terpstra, foot race to the ball, and a nice sliding attempt by Jassa. Clears that one out. The freshman defender out of Omaha, Nebraska. Plays that one out for a defender throw-in. Evans will play it into Colbrett. Colbrett trying to get a turn. Playing it back out to Evans. Back to Colbrett. Colbrett finally gets her turn and gets around her defender. Inside, Terpstra to Roberts. To Terpstra. Was she off? I believe she was. Flag stays down as the Prairie Wolves take control of the ball. And Evans going to play that one out. Tarbox. Long throw. One by the defenders, one right back by the Prairie Wolves. Long ball. Shop trying to shield. Shop in a foot race. Lays it off to Wright. Wright will play it out of the back with her feet. And they'll switch field. Or at least attempting to. Trying to find Jennett. The volley out of the air. It's taken by the defenders. Castaneda to Baher, wins it. And Evans. Evans, through ball. It's Terpstra. She's onside. Terpstra, ooh, and a nice sliding attempt. Clears that one out for a defender corner. That was Tarbox. The grad student out of Carter Lake, Iowa. With a great play to stop the attack for the time being. Corner kick coming, though, for the defenders. The last one was a good service by Worthy. It's going to be Terpstra to put it in this time. Terpstra puts it into the box. A little too high for Colbreck. Here's Worthy. Worthy's going to take a shot. Has a chance, and it misses just wide. Good opportunity from Abby Worthy, and we're going to get our first sub of the day. That's going to be Evans going to come out. And Maria Zylstra stepping in. Zylstra, she's a freshman out of Oostburg, Wisconsin. She comes in, 29-13 left to play for Evans. Nebraska Wesleyan trying to play out of the back. Stewart with the pressure. It's going to go out of bounds for Nebraska Wesleyan throw-in. Nebraska Wesleyan Division III opponent coming out of the American Rivers Conference. Play them every year, and then alternate home sites. So last year, the defenders traveled down to Lincoln to play them. They won that one 3-1. And looking to do the same here. Scoreless here in this one. 28 left to play. Trying to find a long ball to Zylstra or Roberts. Roberts gets a foot to it, finding Zylstra. Flag is down. Zylstra takes a touch. Zylstra puts it into the box. Settled by Terpstra. A chance for Terpstra. Off the keeper. Ellie Stewart puts it in. The defenders take an early lead in this one. 1-0, 28:07 left to play in the first half.
Goal number 8, Ellie Stewart.
Ellie Stewart gets the goal to put the defenders up 1-0. Her second goal of the season. Jocelyn Terpstra gets the assist. Her third of the season. So just as I was mentioning, the defenders looking to get out on top early. Had a good touch by Roberts to put Zylstra in some space on the near side wing. She gets down to the half space, puts the ball in, finding Terpstra's feet, who settles it, gets a shot, goes off the keeper Pyle, and Stewart there to clean up the pieces to net the first goal of the game. And now Nebraska Wesleyan going to push some numbers forward, trying to get that goal back, the equalizer. And Baher possesses it. Out wide. Nice touch by Stewart. Trying to find Terpstra up top. Going to get picked off by Mellis. And a foul called on the defenders. Long ball. Cleared out by the defenders. Roberts on a nice run. Pyle's off her line. Pyle's going to clear that one out. And a nice play by Amber Pyle. So it's going to be Zylstra with the throw-in. She'll just play it off the shop. Nice clear by the defenders. Jenna Roberts misplays that one slightly. It ends up as a turnover for Castaneda. She wins it, playing it inside. Davenport. That could be a foul. No call, says the referee. Trying to play that one back to Pyle. Terpstra almost got a piece of it, and that would have been dangerous for Nebraska Wesleyan. Instead, they're working on the other side. Nice move by Baher. Can she get there? It was a heavy touch. Chassa wins it. Stewart puts it off of Churchill. And that goes out of play. Ball into the box. Pyle's going to pick it up. Play with her feet, rather. Pyle will punt it. Stewart gets ahead to it. Zylstra trying to find Stewart. Too far. Miller plays it back up. Few subs coming in. We'll get those for you in just a second.
Who were the numbers that came in?
Corner kick coming for Nebraska Wesleyan. Some athleticism on the throw-in. Love to see that one. And the corner, still in the box. Dangerous moments, cleared out by Jennett. I might get another look at that throw in here. It's always fun when you see stuff like that. You don't see it too often, but when it happens, it's pretty cool. Yeah, look at that. What an athlete. There's a shot. Stopped by Shop. Still fighting for it. Zylstra is just going to clear that one out. Throw-in coming for the defenders. Or, excuse me, for the Prairie Wolves. That's Tarbucks. Zylstra reads that one well. Stewart looking to switch field. Lays it off for Colbreck. Colbreck will play it long. Colbreck fighting for it. And Jennett comes up with it. Through ball to Terpstra. 2-on-3, and it's played out by Nebraska Wesleyan. And another ball played out by the Prairie Wolves, and it'll be a throw-in for the defenders. Now, we don't have a flip throw-in, at least that I've seen yet. So ours won't be as flashy. But we'll find Jenna Roberts in the half space anyway. There's Jennett. They'll just find some space. Putting it into the box, no one there on the backside. Zylstra the closest to it, but it'll go out of bounds for a defender or for a Prairie Wolf goal kick, and we're gonna have two subs coming in for the defenders. And that is Abby Foster and Brooke Marjama coming in, and Jenna Roberts and Madison Baher coming out. So some fresh legs in for the defenders for the final 21 minutes of the first half. They lead 1-0 in this one. Goal scored by number 8, Ellie Stewart, the senior captain. Her second of the year, as that one finds Foster. And now Zylstra. Zylstra works around her defender. Trying to find Foster. She's onside. Foster into the box. Jocelyn Terpstra takes a touch, tries to get a shot. It's blocked. Finding Marsma. Marsma's going to put it into the box. There's Stewart. Has a chance, and Stewart just misses it. Flag was up anyway. Wouldn't have counted. They're going to give the goal kick either way. Either way, it would have been Nebraska Wesleyan ball. But a good look from the defenders. Maybe if Terpstra maybe takes that one time. Granted, I think her back was to goal, so it's a tough turn. As we have some subs coming for the Prairie Wolves. It's a tough turn for Terpstra, but maybe that touch just gave that defender enough time to get in front of the shot. Either way, a good look for the defenders. Ball out of play for a Prairie Wolf throw-in. That ball's going to be put in the box. Pyle's going to handle it. That substitution was Olivius for Cummins. And the punt will go all the way to the back line. That's Hike trying to get to it. Miller finds it. Back to Wright. Wright will have to play with her feet. Wright takes a touch. Gets it away. Zylstra takes a touch. There's Marsma with a nice touch. Zylstra with a foot race, trying to get to it first. It's going to go off of Zylstra as Tarbox wins that ball. Shop to Zylstra, gets ahead to it. Tarbox up top. Hike goes out of play. Defender throw-in. Long ball trying to find Foster. Another foot race into the box. Sliding attempt. They're going to get a piece of it. Another great defensive play by the Prairie Wolves. That was Jassa, the freshman out of Omaha, Nebraska. The dangerous play in the box. A risky play, I should say. Not necessarily dangerous. Risky. But it pays off as she gets all ball. Plays that one out for a throw-in, but a nice throw-in finding Terpstra. Terpstra trying to find Stewart. Stewart back to Terpstra. Foster tries to get to that one. Thought she could have been offside. No flag goes. The flag doesn't not go up. And now they're finding Foster again. They got a 2-on-1 here. Foster trying to get out of some trouble. Foster breaks her ankles. That's played out of bounds by Tarbox. Throw in to Marsma. Trying to find Zylstra once again. Heavy touch out of bounds. Ball played up. Out of bounds. Shop will take the throw in. To Foster. Nice touch to find Zylstra. And another play out of bounds by Jassa. Quick throw in. Marsma finding Foster. Into the box for Foster. Marsma again. Terpstra is going to put that one over the bar. Goal kick coming for the Prairie Wolves. We'll have two subs coming in, one for each team. It's like Keltner going to come in for Colbreck for the defenders. And we'll get that Prairie Wolf sub for you in just a second. Looks like that is Maddie Schaufstall coming in. And coming out is Hannah Churchill. Into the midfield, Marjma comes up with it. Marjma has some space. She's got Zalstra on the outside. Here's a through ball, finding Foster. Foster gets a poke to it and just wide. That was Abby Foster. Did everything right, just put it in the back of the net. Just didn't put it in the back of the net, I should say. Just a foot wide of the far post. Another great look from this defender attack. There's Terpstra. Shop. Just plays it back to right. And just right back to Shop. She's got Zalstra on this near side if she wants her. Kind of splits two players. That was Marjma and Zalstra. And the Prairie Wolves take over from the back. Nice play by Marjma, trying to win it back. Some physical play. They could get a foul there. They will get a foul. Marjma fouls Schaafstall. Just got a piece of her there. Under 15 minutes left in the first half. Defenders up 1-0. Ellie Stewart with the lone goal so far this game. And they'll play it short to Tarbox. He'll just lay it right back to Jassa. Worthy gets ahead to it, finding Stewart. Stewart going in hard, not going to win it. Now she wins it. And a foul is going to be called on Stewart. Zylstra winning that one. And a counterattack opportunity for the defenders. They play it up. Foster, foot race for the ball. Abby Foster, she's got the speed. Can she win it? Another great slide tackle by Tarbox. And Foster's taking some hard falls. But this Nebraska Wesleyan defense is just so tough to get past so far. Foster can't control that one. Here's Hike. Hike laying it off for Castaneda. Trying to lay it off up top for Sladen. As Miller gets ahead to it, still in possession as forehand puts it off to the far side, finding Parker. Parker still with it, lays it off, gets it right back. Inside, Stewart just clears that one up. Too far for Foster. But a good clearance from the defenders. Right. We'll play that one out wide. Shop puts that one out of play. Throw in for the Prairie Wolves. Into the box, looking for a shot opportunity. They're going to have to play back. It's good defense by the defenders. And that ball is going to go to the far side out of play for Nebraska Wesleyan throw-in. 1-0 ball game here. About 10 minutes left, just over. Thanks for joining us on the Dordt Media Network. There's a ball into the box. Shop does a nice job to turn that one around. Marjma gets a foot to it. Here's Stewart. Counterattack opportunity. Foster waits for the ball. She gets it up top. Terpstra has a 1-on-3 opportunity. They're trying to feed that one into Terpstra just too far, as Pyle's going to pick that one up. Got a full slate on the calendar for today. Mentioned earlier, 2 cross-country meets that both the men and the women won here at the Sunflower Open on the campus of Dordt University. The men's team will play the Central Dutch after this game. As here's Foster with an opportunity. Abby Foster lays it off. Stewart tries to give it back to Foster. Foster with the turn. And the shot from Foster is going to get deflected and blocked. Zylstra puts it in the middle, handled by Pyle. Another good defensive stand by the Prairie Wolves. The men will play Central at 3:15, usually about 20 minutes after the women's game concludes, and then Northwestern, the number 1 ranked team in the country, will take on the Dordt Defenders in women's volleyball in the DeWitt at 5 p.m. JV starting at 3:30. So tune into that on the Dordt Media Network. It'll be a good one. Women's volleyball team 2-0 on the season so far with an upset over number 15 Midland and a win over Briar Cliff on Wednesday. Looking to go 3-0 on the season with a major upset against the top team in the country. The national runner-up of last year. They fell in 5 sets to Indiana Wesleyan in the championship game down in Sioux City, so not too far from here. Nebraska Wesleyan controlling the midfield. Marjma reads that one well. Slips, but she gets back to it. Can't quite get enough on it. Ball into the box. Castaneda puts that one in to the back post. Jenna Wright with the save. Your NAIA Defensive Player of the Week, Jenna Wright, comes up with her biggest save of the game so far. Keeps this one a 1-0 game in favor of the Defenders. Not quite the stat line she had in the first half of last week's game. As here's Jocelyn Terpstra with the ball. She's into the box. Put that one across. Right to the keeper. Zylstra. Nice move by Zylstra. Terpstra might be in an offside position. Zylstra still working through contact. She still has it. Once again, this Nebraska Wesleyan defense is just so good. They'll play Keltner. Keltner's just going to kind of reset. Find some space. Inside, trying to find Terpstra. Not enough on it. This Nebraska Wesleyan team only surrendering. They're surrendering under a goal a game. And have only given up. They've only given up 4 goals on the season. Well, 5, including today. Right, out wide. Jennett gets past the defender. Terpstra in the middle. Janet's going to go down. They're not going to get a call. That goes all the way up top. All the way to the back. Worthy controls it. Here's Jennett. Off of Jennett. No, they're going to say off of Nebraska Wesleyan. And a sub coming in for the Defenders. Looks like Jolie Scouten going to come in for Ellie Stewart. So Ellie Stewart will get a break. She's been all over the field in this one so far. Exactly what you expect out of your senior captain. It's going to go off of Terpstra for throw-in. Throw-in here for Nebraska Wesleyan. Zylstra unable to control that one as Keltner gets ahead to it, finding Shop. Shop loses it, unable to be controlled by Sladen as Jenna Wright will receive the pass. Miller, heavy touch, wins it right back. Keltner, back to Miller. She got Zylstra. She'll play it up for Zylstra. Gets a touch to it. Another heavy touch and played out of bounds by Jassa. Singh, or excuse me, not Singh. I'm looking at the wrong roster. That is Zylstra. Keltner gets it right back. Trying to find Scouten. Still in. That's going to go off of Castaneda. Zylstra will take the throw. Foster trying to control it. Loses it. Parker laying it off for Singh. A little bit of space here for the Prairie Wolves. Ball into the box. Jenna Wright handles that one easily. Ball put in the box. No one there. Wright will handle it easily. Long ball trying to find Scouten. Ball into the box. Zylstra takes a shot. Oh, what a save by Pyle. Not out of danger yet. Cleared away. Foster has it. Foster at the top of the box. Switches to her left foot. Abby Foster looking for some space. Finding Zylstra. Zylstra gets a shot off. Going to be blocked. Marjma in a battle for it. Castaneda's going to win it. She's going to go down. Marjma got to be smarter than that on that one. Schofstall plays it back, gets it right back. Pressured by Marjma. Jennett wins that one, finding Scouten too far for Scouten. Off of Jennett again, into the box. Pyle's going to pick it up. Final 2 minutes in the first half. And the defenders still with a lot of pressure as Nebraska Wesleyan trying to get some pressure of their own. 1-2 touch. Sladen trying to get across. She's in the box. Sladen's going to put that one under the back post and just misses. Final 90 seconds in the first half. Jenna Wright might just settle it down a little bit, try to just get into the half with a 1-0 lead. Worthy to Scouten with a nice touch, finding Jennett.
Remaining.
Maybe just waited too long to find Terpstra. Terpstra just a step offside. It was a good look, just maybe a hair too long to develop. And the free kick coming for the Prairie Wolves. That's going to go out of play for a defender throw-in. Final 10 seconds here.
10, 9, 8, 7.
And they're going to try to get
6,
a long ball.
5, 4, 3.
And this one's going to end, or this half is going to end 1-0. Goal scored by senior captain Ellie Stewart. Her second of the season puts the defenders up 1-0 with 45 minutes left to play. We're going to take a quick break for halftime. Don't go anywhere. You're watching the Dordt Media Network.
German Farmers Mutual, protecting the farm and home since 1891. Northwest Iowa's local insurance partner. Online at germanfarmers.com.
NewTek is your partner for success when purchasing equipment for construction, manufacturing, agriculture, and other industries. Don't miss the opportunity to transform your business and redefine your productivity standards with NewTek.
When you add up all the Wi-Fi connected devices in your home these days, you'll be surprised at how many there are and how much bandwidth they're using. Do the math. It just may add up to needing faster Wi-Fi. Premier Communications has you covered with reliable internet speeds up to 1 gig. Keep everything connected with Premier Communications. Visit us online at mypremieronline.com or call at 1-800-741-8351. Premier Communications. Looking ahead.
Today's broadcast brought to you by Huber's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning of Orange City. Whether you're looking for repairs, replacement, or maintenance for your air conditioning or heating system, Huber's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning of Orange City will exceed your expectation.
The Grain House, located in Hall, Iowa, bringing you amazing coffee, energy drinks, breakfast, lunch, and so much more. A big city feel, only 10 minutes away from Sioux Center, with a second location opening soon in Sanborn.
The Hope Fund helps cover a myriad of situations that students find themselves in, most of them not self-inflicted. It could be the medical condition of a family member. It could be natural disasters. 100% of what's donated to that fund goes to students for real-world need. It gives Defender Nation an opportunity to come together and help students and their families who are in need. We get to participate in something that is so much bigger than ourselves.
See Proactive Physical Therapy and Sports Rehab when the aches and pains won't go away. Visit proactivephysicaltherapy.net when you want to get back to the activities you love.
Today's broadcast brought to you by Ployne Publishing, quality printing from design to delivery. Today's broadcast brought to you by 712 Realty, a team of realtors in Northwest Iowa with the drive, care, and results you need to buy or sell your home. Visit them online, 712realty.com, leading you home.
Hello, Dordt University sports fans. Hope you're enjoying the game, whether you're a family or friend of a player or coach, or a fan of the university. Now, these players and coaches have put in hours and hours of practice, and it shows. But there's one more thing that every coach makes sure the team has: a game plan. And if these players and coaches are willing to put this much effort into a game, how much more important is a game plan for your financial life? Now, the financial world continually becomes more complicated, and we keep ourselves plenty busy. And even if we have precious free time, most of us don't want to spend it wrangling over financial decisions, reading financial journals, or studying the latest tax legislation. But if you don't have either the time or the desire to spend hours upon hours learning and keeping up with the changing rules of the game in the financial world, and then figuring out how that applies specifically to your financial life, you don't have to do it alone. For over 40 years, Money Concepts, the planning firm here in Sioux Center, has been helping households to build their financial game plan upon all the things in life more important than finances. Because there's things in life more important than money, and none of them are things. I'm Tom DeYoung, financial planner and president of Money Concepts, the planning firm. Check us out on the web or social media, or schedule an intro meeting to see how a financial game plan might benefit you. We'll help you build your finances on all the things in life more important than finances, while being a good steward of the resources God has entrusted to your care. And check out our Money Concepts Radio podcast at moneyconceptsradio.com or on your favorite podcast app, where we dive into the relevant financial planning topics to bring clarity to the often confusing, ever-changing rules of the game in the financial world. Enjoy the rest of the game, and remember to spend your most valuable resources, your time and your attention, on the things in life that matter more than money. And go Defenders!
Today's broadcast brought to you by Volink Enterprises Incorporated, building homes for families and businesses in Northwest Iowa since 1962. Let's work together to bring your vision into reality. Volink Enterprises Incorporated.
And today's live stream broadcast brought to you by Verhoof Automotive. Verhoof Automotive in Sioux Center is your local Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevrolet, and Buick dealer. Verhoof Automotive, worth the drive from anywhere.
Hi, this is Alex with Outdoor Elements. We've been the region's premier landscape company for over 15 years. With our own in-house landscape designer, we create extraordinary outdoor spaces where you will make memories with family and friends. We do all types of landscaping, and we're the region's only certified pool professionals. We specialize in saltwater pools, which are easy to maintain and gentle on your skin. Check out our website at outdoorelementsinc.com. We make your landscape as beautiful as your home. When you want the best, contact us at 712-476-5299 or email us at info@outdoorelementsinc.com.
Today's Dordt Media Network livestream broadcast is produced by the students of Dordt University. Thanks for watching.
Today's broadcast brought to you by Snyder Insurance and Financial Group of Sioux Center, offering life, health, Medicare supplements, annuities, and more. Trusted service and exceptional products with you in mind since 1973. Looking for top-notch rental equipment for your next project? Look no further than Rental, located in Sioux Center, Spencer, Storm Lake, and Sioux Falls. Rental, your regional equipment rental experts. Visit them online, rental.com, or call 712-722-3928. NewTek is your partner for success when purchasing equipment for construction, manufacturing, agriculture, and other industries. Don't miss the opportunity to transform your business and redefine your productivity standards with NewTek. This broadcast brought to you by the Ullman Funeral Homes. Chad Ullman, Lori Ewell, and Taylor Van Witchell providing professional attention to every detail. Today's broadcast brought to you by M&H True Value of Rock Valley. Behind every project is True Value. Start right. Start here. Today's broadcast brought to you by the Van Engelen Agency, your trusted independent insurance agency in Northwest Iowa. Contact the Van Engelen Agency, Sioux Center Advisors, Mark Hulsoff, Lisa Dykstra, or Kyle Blankers. Today's broadcast brought to you by Cruz & Cruz, PC, certified public accountants, offices in Sioux Center and Lamar's. Helping you attain your financial goals is their commitment. Today's broadcast brought to you by Joyner and Dordt Dentistry, providing implants, dentures, and dental care for your whole family in a modern and friendly atmosphere.
At Dordt, we strive to build community from before you step foot on campus to years after you graduate. We want to give Dordt students the chance to live and learn together and create meaningful, lifelong relationships that are rooted in faith. Connect to others in purposeful relationships at Dordt University.
Today's broadcast brought to you by 712 Nutrition. Transform your health and wellness with 712 Nutrition. Stop in today for healthy, delicious protein shakes bundled with a supportive community. Start feeling your best today.
We appreciate the mission of Dordt, but more importantly, the organization, the team of people at Dordt live out that mission every day.
Dordt University's Christian perspective is thoughtfully and authentically applied in all areas of life. Live your faith in every area of life at Dordt University.
Final 45 minutes here in this one. The defenders lead 1-0. Ellie Stewart scoring the lone goal so far, her second of the season. And Nebraska Wesleyan trying to get that equalizer early in the half. As here is Anaya Reed. Lays it off, finding Mellis. Mel's going to lay it off to the far side. Maybe a little too far. It's going to go out of play. Defender throw-in going the other way. Thanks for joining us on the Dordt Media Network. If you're just tuning in, Ellie Stewart scored the only goal of the game so far in the first half. It's been a good one so far, pretty back and forth. The defenders have had multiple chances, but some good goalkeeping by Amber Pyle has kept it a one-score game for the Prairie Wolves. My name is Josh Tatton, bringing you the final 45 minutes in this women's game. After this one, I'll bring you the men's game against Central College, as Nebraska Wesleyan has the throw-in, which is essentially a corner kick with the flip throw-in that we've seen that they do in this area of the field. And that goes off the head of Shop, excuse me. That's going to go off the head of Stewart. Still in. Laying it off to Roberts. Roberts back to Worthy in a high press from Nebraska Wesleyan. They got to break this press from the back. They're going to do so. Here's Jennett. Jennett with a pass up top. Here's Stewart. Stewart has options. Finding Terpstra, getting a foot to it. Terpstra's going to go down. They're going to get the foul. Free kick coming for the defenders. Abby Worthy. She'll take this one. It'll be a long one. Put into the box, most likely. Ball into the box. Terpstra gets ahead to it. And Eliza Evans trying to get on the far side. Not going to be able to. And that ball's going to go off of Churchill on the far side, out of play. Defender throw-in. They'll take it quick. Here's Terpstra in the half space. That's going to get flicked out for another defender throw-in. Another throw in here for the defenders. A tough spot. It's going to be Terpstra to throw it in. Trying to find Roberts. No, trying to find Baher. So it gets cleared out. And that's going to be Reed fighting for it. Switches field. Another good opportunity here for the Prairie Wolves. Cummins gets past Worthy. Gets past Jennett. Cummins lays it off. And the defenders settle back into their low block. Stewart slips, gets the ball back, lays it off, finding Baher. Maddie Baher. Finding Terpstra. Terpstra fighting for the ball. And that's out of play. Defender throwing. Stewart. That's going to go off our center referee. And we're going to get a drop ball where our referee is standing. Should be, is it Dordt ball, or are they going to give it to Nebraska Wesleyan? They're just going to play it over to Worthy. Here's Jennett. Roberts giving chase. Going to be cleared out. Another throw in here for the defenders. Miller controls it. Playing it up. Here's Stewart. Flicks finding Roberts. Can't complete the pass. Nebraska Wesleyan going the other way. Baher wins it right back out wide, finding Evans. There's Baher again. Colbreck in the middle. Trying to get out to Jennett. Keeps it in. Jennett inside, finding Roberts. Baher back to Roberts. Lays it off for Terpstra. Terpstra is going to be offside. Wow, it was a close play. Maybe just a step off. Roberts fighting for it. Davenport wins it, finding Mellis. Stewart gets a poke to it. Mellis still with control. Mellis plays it up. It's going to be Miller. Jennett is going to get stepped on, it looks like. Jennett's going to walk that one off. Worthy. She'll play it long. Finding the head of Baher. Baher still has it, loses it now. Counterattack opportunity for the Prairie Wolves. Long ball. Shop wins it. Mellis in the midfield. Playing long. Cummins. Nice stop by Worthy. Worthy going the other way now. Trying to find Roberts. Roberts is not going to find the position to get the ball. This half maybe a little more frantic than the last. Not as much control so far. Just 10 minutes in. And we're going to have a foot race to the ball to the far side, but it's going to go out of play for Nebraska Wesleyan throw-in. Baher. Cleared out. This is the 24th meeting all time between these teams as Jocelyn Terpstra has a chance. She's in the box. Jocelyn Terpstra, she's going to put that one in. Doubles the lead, 2-0. Jocelyn Terpstra with her third goal of the season.
Jocelyn Terpstra.
The defenders up 2-0 in this one, 35 minutes left. And Jenna Roberts does that one all herself, slots it past Pyle on the near post for the second goal of this contest. 2-0, 35-41 left here in this game, and the defenders have a 2-0 lead. Long ball trying to find Terpstra. Cummins with the throw in. 50-50 ball. That's going to go against the Prairie Wolves. It's Colbrek who wins the foul. Here's Worthy to take the free kick. Mentioned earlier, this is the 24th matchup between these teams. The defenders have the edge, 12-10-1. And are on a 4-game win streak dating back to 2015. Their last game came last year down in Lincoln. They defeated them 3-1. And in a good spot here to add another win to that streak. So that ball will go off of Jennett for a throw-in. Still 33 minutes and some change for the Prairie Wolves to make something happen. We've seen crazier things. Baher. Stewart. To find Baher, who plays it across the field. Here's Evans. Has some space. Eliza Evans trying to get a cross in. That's going to go out of play for a goal kick. Defender bench wants a corner. They're not going to get it. Goal kick coming for the Prairie Wolves. Ball gets all the way to the defender's back line. It's Paige Miller. Dangerous attack here for the Prairie Wolves. Reed. Lays it off, finding Hike into the middle. Ball into the box. And now cleared out of the box for the moment and out of play for a Nebraska Wesleyan throw-in. And we're going to stop the clock here. And we have a yellow card on Coach Durbin. So Coach Durbin gets a yellow card. And they try to go a little early on that one. So now Durbin's going to have to be a little quieter on that sideline after the yellow is shown to him. Don't know what was said, but clearly he was upset with something. Maybe he was upset with, there's some contact over there before the initial attack. That ball's going to go off Prairie Wolf hand. Nice ball, trying to find Roberts. Foot race for the ball. Roberts going to get to it first, but not enough on it. But they're out of play for a defender throw-in. Colbrecht wins it. She'll fire. And that's going to be over the keeper and in. Number 22, Keely Colbrecht with her first goal of the season. Puts the defenders up by 3 with 30 minutes left to play in this one. Keely Colbrecht scores her first goal of the season and a third of the game for the defenders. And the defenders are in control of this one. 3-0, 30 minutes left to play. The Prairie Wolves are going to be throwing everything up top now. Second most goals they've conceded this season in a single game. They conceded 7 against Concordia, Minnesota. That's actually not true, excuse me. I'm not sure why that one's on their schedule. Ignore that. This is the most goals they've conceded this season so far. In each of their 2 losses, they lost 1-0 and 2-1. And today conceded 3. And a good warm-up game here before conference play begins against a good opponent in Midland, a team that got the best of the defenders just a year ago in the GPAC Championship. Here's Terpstra laying it off for Jenna Roberts. Roberts with the step through. Ellie Stewart going to put it right at Pyle, but puts it right back in.
Goal number 8, Ellie Stewart.
Ellie Stewart with the goal. Her second of the game. Two goals on the day for Ellie Stewart and a 4-0 ball game here in Sioux Center. Ball is back in play here, so that's going to go out. Here's Worthy. Trying to play a long ball. It's going to find Scouten. Foul called on Scouten. Free kick coming for the Prairie Wolves. They'll play it up the near sideline. Jennett's going to pick it off. And Jennett lays it off, finding Miller. Here's Jennett. Loses control of it for the time being. Gets it back to Worthy. Worthy with a lot of space. And a ball into the box. Evans trying to get on the end of that one. Here's Terpstra. It's going to put it off the leg of Pyle. Another save for Amber Pyle. And Nebraska Wesleyan with a bit of a counterattack. They're going to get a touch, can go up to Miller, who lays it off for Wright. Jenna Wright not nearly as busy as she was a week ago against Benedictine. Only one save on the day so far. Well, Nebraska Wesleyan's Amber Pyle has 5 saves over 9 shots. Busy day for Pyle. She's come up big in a few chances. And here's Evans into the box. Evans trying to get there first. Going to get cleared out for a corner kick. Two subs going to come in for this defender squad. That is Janaea Cleveland and Maria Zylstra stepping in. And Jennett and Evans going to take a break. Ball put into the box. Another chance for the defenders. Cleared out to the top of the 18. Counterattack opportunities taken away by Colbrick. Colbrick is going to put that one into the corner. I thought she was taking a shot for a second. Puts that one over to Terpstra in the corner. Terpstra is going to put the cross in. Cleared away. Right back to Zylstra. Zylstra takes a touch inside. Ball on the left foot. Passes it in, finding Stewart. Cleared away. Baher gets it back to the defense. Here's Worthy. Scouten. Right back to Worthy. Cleveland just itching to get that through ball. She gets it. Flag is up. She was waiting. She was trying to be patient. Just went a little too early. And we're going to have 2 subs coming in for Nebraska Wesleyan on the next chance. It's going to go off the head of Cleveland. Settles it. Lays it off for Stewart. Ellie Stewart. What a day she's had. That's going to go out of bounds for a defender throw-in. Cleveland trying to get a through ball to Terpstra. Pyle off her line. She'll pick that one up. Parker trying to get it up top. It's going to be cleared away by Shop. And another through ball trying to find Terpstra. Terpstra has some speed, trying to beat the one-on-one. Another sliding attempt from Nebraska Wesleyan. Pays off, but goes out for a corner. And a bunch of subs going to come in for both teams. That is Reed and Cummins coming back in for Nebraska Wesleyan. And for the defenders, we have Lydia Van Clay, Abby Foster, and Brooke Marsma coming in. So we have another corner kick coming. Cross in. No one there on the back post. A little too far for everyone, and that's going to roll out of bounds for a defender throw-in. Quick throw, finding Cleveland. That's going to go out of bounds once again. Throw-in coming. Here's Mellis. Foster. She's got Scouting on the outside. Van Clay in the middle. Trying to find Van Clay. Flag is down. Cleared away. Cleveland. She's going to fire. Picked up by Pyle. Long ball. Finding Cleveland. Trying to go up top. That's going to roll into the box, potentially. Scouting trying to get there, shielded off by Jassa. Off the feet of Cleveland to Scouting. Lays it off, finding Foster. Back out, finding Cleveland. Lays it off for her. Nope, Cleveland keeps it. Trying to find Van Clay. Van Clay takes it off the foot of Zylstra. She'll take a shot. It's going to be blocked. Out of play. Defender throwing. Sub waiting at the half line for the Prairie Wolves. And we'll get a throw-in coming for the defenders. Tries to get it. Foster over her head. Foster still has it. Foster looking to take a shot. Dribbles around the defender, lays it off, finding Worthy in the back. Abby Worthy plays it up top. Finding Scouting. Scouting to Foster. Abby Foster with the touch. Puts that one past the keeper and in. 5-0 as Abby Foster puts a goal in. Her first, assisted by Jolie Scouting, number 10. I got you, Braden. Don't worry. I was on top of that one. 5-0 with 20 minutes left in this one. What a day for the defenders so far. 5-0 ball game with 20 minutes left to play. And we have a bunch of subs coming in as well for the defenders. We'll get you some GPAC scores in a minute, whenever we find them. For women's soccer, Concordia defeated York earlier today, 2-1. Men's soccer, Jamestown and Doane are tied 2-2. Hastings and Briarcliff in football. Hastings are leading Briarcliff 34-22. They're going to lay that one off for Scouting. That's going to go out of play. Northwestern is leading Mount Marty 28-3 in football. Morningside and Midland are tied in the third quarter at 14. Concordia and York are playing in the first half in a scoreless game of men's soccer. Looks like Concordia and Dakota Wesleyan are about to kick off. And Mitchell for football. And then women's volleyball. Doesn't look like much has happened in the world of women's volleyball just yet. That'll happen a bit later tonight, so stay tuned to that. You can watch all those on the GPAC Network, as well as the Dordt Media Network for Dordt versus Northwestern a bit later today. That should be a good one. Well, Sioux County rivalry taking place over in the DeWitt. Here's a chance for Nebraska Wesleyan. Well, too many touches perhaps. The defenders take over. There's Cleveland taking a touch. He's got some space. Tries to lay it off for Scouten. A little too hard for Scouten. Cleveland fighting for it. Jenna Wright comes out, secures that one. In a game where she hasn't had a ton to do. And sometimes that's kind of tough when your defense playing so well, your keeper doesn't always have something to do. Maybe they kind of fall asleep back there, you know? That was really only her second or third time touching the ball. So sometimes it's tough to come off your line when they that's not like a crazy desperately need you, but I mean, if that ball stops in that 6-yard box, who knows what can happen? That ball's going to go to Van Clay. She's going to be offside. The crowd doesn't like it. I watch it happen. That's the right call. She came from an offside position. Free kick coming for the Prairie Wolves. There's a ball to Van Clay. Van Clay shows off some of the speed. Not going to quite get to the ball. They're going to play it back to Pyle, who plays it up top. And they're going to play it up top, trying to find someone up there. Some speed shown from this Prairie Wolves offense, but a nice recovery by Paige Miller. Clears it off to the side. Here's Reed fighting for the position in the box. Or trying to get into the box, rather. They're going to try to take a shot. It's going to get blocked. Cleveland with a nice shield. Taken over by Worthy, who just clears that one out for a throw-in. Elizabeth Luther is going to step in. And we have a keeper switch as well. Nice play by Foster. Wins the ball, keeps it in. She does. Fighting through the contact. Puts it up top. Scouten has some space. Jolie Scouten takes the ball into the half space. Too far of a touch. And they're going to stop play. And Scouten's going to go into the book for that foul. So maybe a touch got a little too far from her, comes in a little too aggressive. Gets the foul and the card. And if you know Jolie Scouten, you know she doesn't really have a mean bone in her body, so that's it's kind of funny to see in the live stats, yellow card on Dordt, Jolie Scouten, because that doesn't happen too often. Ball back to the keeper. That is Kathy Pham in for Nebraska Wesleyan. Just her second game played. Just a handful of minutes this year. Just 17 so far. She's got an 0-1-0 record with 1 goal against and 2 saves. And Sydney Schwartz is going to come in for Paige Miller. Sydney Schwartz, the junior defender out of Spencer, Iowa. That ball is going to stay inbounds. Here's Cleveland. Cleveland still with it. Finds Scouten. Scouten puts the ball in the box, no one there. Cleveland lets that one go out of bounds for a Prairie Wolf throw-in. Worthy is going to play that one out of play. We're going to get a handball called by our AR here on the near side. It'll be a defender free kick. Schwartz takes the free kick, finding Scouten up top, tries to get ahead to it, not going to be able to. Cleveland goes up for it, headed out of bounds by Reed. Oh no, excuse me, they're going to say off of Cleveland. Cummins will take the throw in. Long throw in. Schwartz is going to pass that one back to Jenna Wright. Jenna Wright's got to get rid of it. She'll just play that one out of bounds. Another sub's going to come in for the defenders. That is Allison Hauser standing at the half line. And a long throw in the box. They're going to call the foul, the push on the back in the box against Nebraska Wesleyan. Marshma out wide, finding Zylstra. Zylstra has control of it. Foster. Just holding on to the ball. Back to Foster. Zylstra in the middle. Can't quite hold on to it. And it looks like we have some subs coming in and out for the defenders, as well as Nebraska Wesleyan. We'll get those to you in just a second.
Number 29 going in for Nebraska.
Ball in the box. Cleared out. Van Clay lays it off for Marchma. Keltner plays it back. Has Anna Shank with the ball. Puts it up top. It's going to be played out of bounds by Nebraska Wesleyan. And that ball trying to get crossed in, but out of play. And another sub for Nebraska Wesleyan. Got about 10 minutes left in this one. Defenders up 5-0. 2 goals scored by Ellie Stewart, 1 by Terpstra, 1 by Colbreck, and 1 by Abby Foster. And a few more subs going to come in for Dordt the next opportunity. Nice win by Zylstra. Zylstra puts the ball in, Finding Van Clay. It's going to go off her back foot. And unable to control it and get a shot on frame. Here's Schwartz. Worthy. I'll just play that one up. Zylstra. Laying it off for Van Clay. Too hard for Van Clay. Put into the half space. And that ball's going to go out of play.
Number 17 and 12 going in for Nebraska.
So they'll stop the clock here with under 15 minutes left when the team that is winning subs. And both teams are subbing here. We'll get those subs in just a minute. I'll put that one into the box. Clear it up. Schwartz. Long ball. Nice touch. Gets some space into the box. On the ground, it's going to be cleared out for a corner. And what a good look from the defenders. And they are unloading the bench here on the defender side. And that is... That is Zylstra going to get a break. Well, Kendall Gordon will get some time. Kendall Gordon, she's a sophomore midfielder out of Escondido, California. Ball into the box, cleared out, and it'll be a goal kick.
Number 25 going in for Nebraska.
And we have an injury timeout taken. A little shaken up on the corner. She's on her feet. Good to see. Gives a thumbs up to the bench. I'm good. Go sit back down. You don't need it. 8:41. And a Prairie Wolf goal kick. The referee waits to see if advantage will help them. And it'll be a free kick here for the defenders. Worthy puts it into the box. Over the head. Foster trying to get a foot on it. It was a good ball. Just too far for Foster to get anything on it. They'll try to play a through ball over the head of Schwartz. That's Reed. Schwartz giving chase. She'll get there first. Back to right. Trying to find Foster. Foster will gather it. Trying to go out wide for Gordon. That's going to be cleared out. Jenna Wright comes off her line, out of the box, clears that one way up. Trying to find Eggersten. That's going to go out of play. And another sub coming in for Nebraska Wesleyan. Looks like Reed's going to come out. And coming in is number 25, Aaron Marshall. The sophomore out of Colorado Springs, Colorado. Get some time here with 6 minutes and some change to play. Crazy thing about this game, it was 1-0 at half. Ellie Stewart put the first goal of the game in the 17th minute, and then the second goal of the game came in the 54th. And then from there, the 59th, 60th, and 68th. And a close chance there for the defenders. Misses frame, and there'll be a goal kick coming for the Prairie Wolves. Defenders have pretty much led in every category, including cards, which maybe not the kind of category you want to lead in, but it is what it is. Abby Foster is going to track this one down. Jenna Wright is going to clear it up. The defenders have tallied 20 shots, 11 which have been on goal, as opposed to Nebraska Wesleyan's 4 shots and 1 on goal. We don't track time of possession or like the percentages for possession, but I would be curious to see what it would say. Laid off for Gordon. Played up top. And Nebraska Wesleyan tracks that one down. That's going to go off and out of play. They're going to say defender throw in. Ball into the box. Here's a chance for Cleveland, but puts it wide. Some good chances here for this defender bench in the final 4 minutes. Here's Schwartz. Nice little triangle passing here. Ball into the corner. Not a bad ball, but it's going to be put out of bounds for a corner kick. The defender's 6th corner of the game. It's going to be Roberts going over to take it. Jenna Roberts takes the corner. Bounces around. Foster comes out with it. It's going to lay it back out to Roberts. Roberts comes from an offside position. And the free kick coming for the defenders, or for the Prairie Wolves, excuse me. What's their 6th offside? Excuse me, their 7th offside. Clearing it up, Schwartz is going to get to it. Foul going to be called on Foster. That was Kylie Willett who gets the foul. Free kick taken quickly. Back heel, no one there. Keltner picks that one off. Ball gets past her. Ball still in. Trying to give a through ball to Roberts up top. Not going to be able to get there as it goes into the box. And picked up by Pham. Pham throws it out wide. And now Foster comes away with it. Cleveland looking to switch the field, trying to give a through ball in. Has a chance. Jenna Roberts trying to get a touch to it, but Pham comes out and gets to it first. What a play by Pham. Final minute in this one.
1 minute remaining.
As a volley goes off of Schofstall. She's feeling it. And the defender's still attacking. And that ball is going to go out of play. Final 30 seconds here in this one. The defenders trying to keep this shutout. Prairie Wolves not going down without a fight. They are battling to the very last second. And that ball's just going to go back to Jenna Wright.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6.
Final
5,
shot here
4,
for the Prairie Wolves. Going to get
3,
saved by Jenna
2,
Wright.
1.
And the defenders are going to improve to 4-1, and they are on a 3-game win streak in a game where they didn't have their leading goal scorer, Karina Tell. They put in 5 goals, 2 by Stewart, 1 by Terpstra, 1 by Kolbreck, and 1 by Foster. A great all-around performance from this defenders team. They will start conference play this Wednesday against Midland in their first game of the season. So you can tune into that on the GPAC network. Next time you'll be with us will be next Saturday. They'll play Concordia at 2 p.m. here at the Dordt Soccer Complex. Don't go anywhere. We have the men's game